Heroes. What role do they play in regards to your statistics? Which heroes should you be appointing onto your hero council? Which heroes are not really worth much? Join me today as we go through heroes as well as the new NS3 heroes and how they pertain to this game and what you can do to get them. Hey guys, Pokemountain here from twitch.tv/Pokemountain, bringing you part 5 in our statistics series. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing heroes and what heroes you should be putting on your hero council, as well as what benefits they give you and the new NS3 heroes. Let's have a look at what heroes we have at the moment. In order to see your heroes, what you're going to be doing is you click on heroes at the bottom and it will bring up a list of all available heroes that you have. Now, up until a fair while ago, the heroes up to the purple ones were all you could get, and they were actually quite important to you. But since the legendary heroes came out, everything changed. And each time you have a new Netherfall season heroes come out, and each one gets stronger and stronger than the last. Some of these purple heroes are still important, but they are more for your farming side of things. So, for example, Elyan the White, has the ability to increase the food gathering speed of troops in a march led by Elyan by 40%. So he will come into play, and you're going to want to sort of level him up at some point to help you with your farming and resources. But none of them really give you the statistics that you're looking for in this game. For that, we are going to be concentrating on all these legendary heroes. Now, you might not, for example, be lucky enough at the moment to have Lancelot or Gorlo or Aurelius Pendragon. You might not have Evaine, you might not have Dendrain or Brutus, but that is okay. The other legendary heroes are good in their own right. So no matter which heroes you've got, no matter which legendary heroes you've got, they are going to be able to give you some sort of benefit at the end of the day. Right, so let's have a quick look through here. Of the list of heroes we've got, let's take, for example, these bottom 5, okay? Bors the Elder, King Anguish, Uther, King Arthur's Soul, and Igraine. Each of them, when they are appointed, will give you certain benefits. Bors the Elder, for example, when he is appointed, he gives you, when you appoint this hero, infantry attack plus 30%, and that will increase according to his stars and according to his level. He's got multiple different abilities, like everybody else. He's got 6 abilities. Well, not necessarily all. The blue heroes, for example, only have 4 skills. But he's got 6 skills, and if you look at the boost here, when you point this hero, bowman attack plus 60%. So if you've got Bors and you level him up all the way you can and all the stars you can, and you open this skill and level it all the way up to 60, you're going to get plus 60%. Unfortunately, that's not very good. In the bigger picture, there are far better heroes to be appointing than Bors. And Bors makes all the purple and blue previous ones look like they're nothing. So each time new ones come out, they get much better. Up until the last Netherfall, or up until the beginning of this Netherfall season started, or just before that, the NS1 heroes, Lancelot and Gorlo, were still quite difficult to get your hands on. Never mind Dendrain and Brutus, they were expensive. You had to pay extremely high premium prices to get them because they were the current big heroes. So now what happens is the new series of Netherfall comes in, bringing the new NS3 characters, which makes Dendrain and Brutus fall into the Lancelot and Gorlo slot, making them not the easiest thing to obtain, but obtainable. And then it takes Lancelot and Gorlo and it puts it into the King Uther and Arthur slot, making them a little bit easier to obtain. Still not very easy, but a little bit easier to obtain. So what you're going to really be looking at is you ideally want your NS1, NS2, and NS3 heroes if you can get them. Now, if you're free to play like I am, that is not an easy task to achieve, especially with the new NS3 heroes. They are extremely expensive and very difficult to get the fragments that you need in order to actually summon that hero. So we're going to be really concentrating on the legendary heroes, NS1 and NS2, because the NS1 and NS2 is a bit easier to obtain at the moment. Before you put in the Lancelot, the biggest hero you could really put on your hero council was Uther. Now, if you look at Uther's abilities here, when you appoint this hero, infantry attack plus 147%. When you appoint this hero, troop defense plus 49%. Troop meaning infantry, bowmen, and cavalry. When you appoint this hero, infantry defense boosted by 147%. Bowman health boosted by 147%. Infantry health by 147%. And cavalry attack by 147%. Now, if you put that hero into its slot here, or you compare it, actually, now we'll just replace it for now so I can show you. Right, so if we appoint this hero into his slot over here, we now have those benefits given to our troops, to our infantry, to our cavalry, to our bowmen. By having the Evaine in her slot, we get her skills. In this particular case, she's all about construction and that sort of thing. So in this particular case, hero construction speed is up by 20%. Hero instant building speed up is up by 1,250 seconds. Hero trap construction speed up by 25%. Research speed up by 20%. Healing speed up by 33%. And speed training up by 50%. Now, this speed training really comes into play, especially when you're trying to generate as many troops as you can, like during the shop event now, where you want to create troops, do speed ups, and at the same time get as many troops as you can. Whilst you're using less speed ups, because she's going to be increasing the speed of your generation, you're going to be able to use those speed ups for more sets of troops, which means you can ultimately, at the end of the day, create more troops than you would have before. 50% more troops in this case. If you look at your different options, okay, we're going to use Uther and Lancelot as our first example. If you're going to appoint heroes, here I can click there and I can select any one of these heroes and I can do a comparison to my hero that is currently being appointed. If you look at King Arthur's Soul, King Arthur's Soul was what you had. King Arthur's Soul and Uther were the two that you really had available before Lancelot became a bit easier to obtain. So here we go. Infantry attack is 147%. Bowman defense is 55%. Troop defense 49%. Troop defense 10%. It's a very big difference. Of course, I haven't got my King Arthur's Soul leveled up very high. He's only level 27, but he is still 4 stars. Uther is 3 stars and level 55. These stats could still be increased if I leveled him up beyond 55 all the way up to 60. And the same thing with King Arthur's Soul. If I leveled him up, his statistics would improve as well. But then we come across the Lancelot, which became, as I say, a bit easier to obtain now. So let's have a look at what Lancelot can offer you. Infantry attack on Uther is 147%. It's 200% on Lancelot. Lancelot is a lower level, and he's only got 1 star. And he's already higher than Uther. Troop defense 49% versus 66%. Infantry defense 147% versus 200%. Bowman health 147% versus 200%. Infantry health 147 versus 200%. So you can see quite clearly that it is a no-brainer. Lancelot needs to be replacing Uther in your appointment slot. Your second slot, Master of Herald. You've got Evaine the Bestower, if you were lucky enough to get her by doing the tasks right in the beginning when you first started your castle, or if you are purchasing those VIP bundles that give you some of her fragments. She is extremely, extremely good and will save you a lot of time to do your construction, your healing, your research, and things like that. If we compare her to the others that are really available, none of them come even close, really. They just a marginal amount in comparison to what she can offer. So you really want to go with Evaine. However, she doesn't give you any stat boosts as such. So we're going to pretty much ignore her for today. You come across here, and what we had before was Anguish or Bors the Elder. Bors the Elder, infantry attack plus 30%. King Anguish giving you in your hundreds, much bigger difference. So obviously you wanted King Anguish. And now with Gorlo in your 200s, same as Lancelot. Again, much higher than King Anguish. So who are you going to appoint? You're going to be appointing Gorlo if you've got him. If you don't have him, Anguish is your second best, and if you don't have him, Bors is your third best options. High Steward. High Steward is the guy who's about your construction as well and research and that sort of thing and bringing down your costs. And if you look at all the people that are available, everything that they have available is about that construction and research and bringing down those costs. The difference between Aurelius and the next best one, which is Ishulet the Fair, a huge gap. Ishulet, for example, construction wood requirements is minus 580,000, whereas Aurelius is minus 1.5 million. Again, only at one stand. I've only got him at level 5, at level 35. If I had more fragments, I could open up more of his skills or level him up, and it'll be even cheaper. So Aurelius Pendragon is ideally what you want in this particular slot as your high constable or high steward, sorry. But again, he's not about statistics, so for today we're going to be ignoring him. In Master of Strategy, you really, if you've got it, if you are lucky enough to have the NS3 hero, Madoc, you will be putting Madoc in here. Let me just show you Madoc quickly. Let's go all the way to the bottom because I don't have him yet. I actually have 0 fragments for Madoc, but Madoc will be the one that takes that slot. Madoc and Catagon are both characters from the NS3 that I don't have yet, but I'll show you where they sort of fit in. And the reason why you want him in is because his skills are absolutely insane. For example, his first one, when you point this hero, you get a plus 700%. That's only if he's at full stars and at full level. Well, actually, technically, he's when he's at full stars. But at 1 star, he still has a 480% boost. So each of these skills that you see here that says plus 700, at 1 star, when you have it at maximum skill level 60, will be a 480% boost. Now, if you compare that to the second best option that you can put into that slot, which in this particular case is Oberon. Let's go back to the council, sorry. The appoint heroes there. He's looking at a troop defense, and I've got him at 5 stars and level 41 so far. And it's troop defense of plus 26%, cavalry defense of 96% compared to 480%. It is just, it's a stupid jump actually. It's a ridiculously high jump. So if you've got the NS3 heroes and you appoint him in here, you're going to be getting almost 500% boosted stats just for that one hero. So he is number 1. If you don't have him, your second best option is Oberon. He's quite easily available. You can get him with your fragments that you get from the Golem battle. You get 20 fragments in keys. You can use those 20 fragments and boom, all of a sudden you got Oberon if you want him. He's very easy to obtain. These heroes being, let's see here, Morion, Oberon, Igraine, the Red Knight, King Arthur's Soul, and Bors the Elder are all very easy to obtain. They all have items that can be obtained in your alliance stores or through just simple events and things like that, but they are all very easy to obtain. He's going to give you the boost, as we mentioned, troop defense 26%, cavalry defense 96%, troop attack 17%, troop health 26%. I haven't really been concentrating much on him. I haven't leveled him up much because I'm hoping to get to those NS3 heroes, and I would rather save those XP upgrades and those skill upgrade scrolls for the new heroes. So I leave him at this point here, but the other hero you're going to consider is going to be your Sir Gawain. Now, Sir Gawain isn't going to give you the stat boosts that you're looking for, but he is going to give you some other things. Reinforcement capacity. Now I've got that I think I've got that on full level. Let's just have a quick look. Where is he? There he is. Yes, okay, so I've got that at full level. His reinforcement capacity is up by 150,000. So what that means is if you're planning to go out and start attacking, what you can do is you can appoint him when you're still in your hive. Appoint him, have everybody rally you, get your million rally, whatever the case might be, plus the extra 150,000, and then swap him out. Once the troops are in your castle, they won't be kicked out again until you either send them out or the person who those troops belong to call them back. So you can appoint him for that particular ability just to get the reinforcement boost of 150,000 if you want it. The other things that you're looking at for him, training capacity, if you can level that up all the way, you can get an additional 300 troops each time you do training. Not a hell of a lot, but if you combine this with the equipment that we were talking about in the last episode, you're going to be able to get an extra 450 troops minimum each time you do training. So it's definitely worth having that skill leveled up if you've got the extra skill scrolls. Trap capacity, not too worried about, to be honest. I mean, trap capacity is already extremely high and they don't do that much damage. If this game does redo the trap mechanism and it improves what traps can do, then he might actually become important for that as well, where you can put him in to increase your traps until you get all the traps you need, and then you can worry about taking him out. March capacity, though, is the biggest thing for him, where you want to get that definitely to maximum level 50 so that you can appoint him to set off a march with an extra 25,000 troops. Remembering that once you send off that march, you can switch back to Oberon or to Maddock, and you can get back your 480% boosts, or you can get your 26, 96, 17, and 26% boost. So that's that slot. High Constable. High Constable is where Katagurn comes into it. So let's go have a quick look at Katagurn. Also at the bottom now, Katagurn, I've managed to get myself a couple of fragments thanks to the Netherfall shop. I've got 8 fragments so far. With this next, when the shop opens again, I'll be able to get myself another 4 fragments. That will get me to 12, and I'm hoping to get enough wreaths during this Christmas shop event to get the last few that I need to actually unlock him. Once again, same as Maddock, he's got insane stats, plus 700%, but that's only at full 6 stars, but at 1 star, he still has a 480% boost, same as Maddock. Absolutely insane boost numbers, considering, like with Oberon, his alternative is going to be Morion, and all Morion can give you is bowman health 125%, infantry attack 125%, cavalry attack 62%, infantry defense 125%, troop attack 27%. It's much better than Oberon, but compared to 480%, it's just not even at all, not even slightly. So you want to have Katagurn in there. If you can't have Katagurn, then you're going to be going with Morion. Also, very easy to obtain. The next one you're going to have is the Keeper of the Seal. Now, this, at the moment, I've got my Dindrain appointed here. She only has 1 ability unlocked. But the reason why I appointed her even with only 1 ability is because the opposite side of her is the alternative to her, the next one down, is Evaine the Peerless, which has troop attack of plus 6%. I would rather have my bowman have a 300% boost to defense straight away. There's no two ways about it. Than having 6% boost to troops, 15% defense boost to troops, and 11% health defense to troops. Health boost to troops, sorry. Bowman defense plus 45%. It's a no-brainer to me. 305% on my bowman defense. I would much rather have that, especially considering how easy bowmen die, how weak and weedly they are. But if you don't have Dindrain, then Evaine is your next best bet, and you're going to then want to concentrate on leveling her up as much as possible. Now, Dindrain, as you can see, I only have the 1 skill unlocked, so let's go have a look at what else she offers when we have her skills opened. Her second skill, now remember, these are all at full 6 stars. When you point this hero, troop defense up by 166%. Troop meaning cavalry, bowmen, and infantry. So that's 166% across the board. Those are usually very low numbers when it's a troop application, because it's applying to that many different things. So 166% boost to all those troops. That's actually bloody good. If we go to the next one, bowman health up by 499%. Fantastic. Hero infantry defense plus 499% as well. Cavalry attack plus 499%, and troop attack, again, troop meaning all 3, plus 166. So she's got these amazing skills, these fantastic skills that you can open up and actually get a lot of boost out of it. That, once again, is at 6 stars. At 1 star, it is obviously lower than that. I can't remember the exact numbers now, but it is still really good stats. 100% worth having in. So that is going to be the next slot, the Keeper of the Seal. And in your last slot is your Master of Arms. Master of Arms, I've currently got Brutus appointed, and that is because his alternative is the Red Knight. Red Knight giving cavalry defense of 131% boost, whereas Brutus gives a 300% boost. Troop defense plus 35%. Remember, troop is everything. Bowman attack is plus 52%. Cavalry health is plus 52%. Brutus gives you plus 305. So this is what you're looking at for your Dindrain as well, is going to be the same boost, because these are the two NS2 heroes. So the NS1 heroes have the same boost, NS2 have the same boost, and NS3 have the same boosts. So you're looking at 305% boost at 1 star compared to 130% boost at 5 stars. Huge difference once again. If you do not have the NS1, NS2, or NS3 heroes, don't fret about it, because they are going to become easier and easier and easier to get. The downside obviously being the easier they get usually means because new heroes have come along the way. So like now the NS3 heroes came in, so the NS2 came down a little bit easier, and the NS1 came down to a bit easier. The NS2 heroes, you can purchase their fragments in their line store, 1 each day for 65,000 merit points. The NS1 heroes, for example, you can get them on your hero summonings. Now, if you have been saving up your hero horns for the upcoming shop event where you've got to summon heroes, in this particular case, I've managed to save up 878 horns. Let me just go here so I can show you quickly. There we go. I've managed to save up 1,400 silver horns, which actually doesn't mean anything to the shop. I'm just keeping it because I'll do a video of that drawing. Oh, there goes a cop car. And I've got 878 of the golden horns, right? So now if you go here and you click on the eye at the top, you can see who's actually available, and these legendaries are the ones that you're going to be really concentrating on. And as you can see, Gorlo and Lancelot are now available inside the store. The rarity of your pulls, we don't know. We don't know how rare they are. I'm hoping that when I do this 800 horns, I mean, I've got enough to do more than 30 draws. Okay, I'm hoping that in those 30 draws I can manage to pull off some of these Gorlo or some Lancelot. Especially, I'm hoping to get the Gorlo first and then Lancelot for the rest, because I am literally 1 hero fragment away from opening up his last skill. So if I can get 1 Gorlo, that'll be great. And then Lancelot, I still need another 23. So if I can pull Lancelot twice, that'll be fantastic, you know. Again, I don't need to get them past level 1. If I happen to get enough fragments later down the line that gives me enough to level them up in terms of star level, then sure, I'll go for it. I mean, 35 fragments there. And what will it give me here? So it'll give me an additional 9%, then 25%, then 49%, then 87%, then 127%. So this doesn't really make that big of a difference. Let's just have a quick look here. Cavalry attack is plus 327%. Now remember, that's going to be all the same. Infantry health is 200%. So the difference is going to be 127%. So if I did get him all the way to 6 stars, all I'm getting is 127% compared to already having the 200. So it's not a big factor for me. I'm not going to waste my my fragments of Lancelot to star him up. I would rather use those fragments to open up his skills. Again, once all skills are open, if I get enough fragments to level up his stars, obviously I will. But that is not going to be the concentration. All these heroes, NS1, NS2, and NS3, do not need to go beyond 1 star to be extremely, extremely powerful. They do that just by being on their base 1 star level. What else can you get from these heroes apart from those statistics? Well, the other thing you can get from them is called covenants. Now, covenant is an agreement. It is a blessing. Here we go. You go into your hero council, click on covenant in the bottom corner, and you can actually see what heroes you need to get what bonuses, and you can see what you currently have active, so you know better what your army is actually doing. So let's have a look here. The very first lot is Royal Return. Royal Return is consistent of these 5 characters here, and in order for you to have this covenant active, you're going to need to have at least 2 of these heroes, 3 in this case. You're going to need 3 of these heroes to be appointed to get these bonuses here. If you are using sword and shield, you will need, let's see how many, 3 of these heroes appointed to get bonuses here. Rise of Glory is only Dindrain and Brutus, the 2 NS2 heroes, and as you can see, they're in already, so I've got the boost from them now. Monarch Strike, any two, it tells you there, any two heroes from this selection here. If you don't have the NS1 heroes, you can still use Arthur and you can use Anguish, and they will still give you this bonus. I could go Anguish and Lancelot, for example, and get these bonuses, or I can go with Lancelot and Arthur. Technically, I can't because they take the same slot. So it's either Arthur and Lancelot, or it's Anguish and Gorlo. So I can go with Arthur and Gorlo, for example, or I can go with Arthur and Anguish. I can go with Anguish and Lancelot, or Anguish and King Arthur, or I can go with Lancelot and Gorlo. Either which way, I'm going to get these boosts here. If I'm looking down further, United Round Table, this requires both of these heroes because there's only two of them. If I appoint both of these, I will get bonuses here according to my heroes' star levels and that sort of thing. And the last one is Champion of the Dragons. If I had both Madoc and Cadogan appointed, I would get these bonuses here. Now, this is actually why the NS3 heroes are so much stronger than anybody else, basically. Whilst you are getting the 480% boost to your stats compared to 200 or 327 if they maxed out, you also getting a third covenant. Now, if you look at this, you can only have, if you don't have the NS3 heroes, you can only ever have two of these covenants appointed at once. Reason being, here, for example, if you want to put three of these heroes in, if I'm going to go here, for example, let's go back to covenant quickly and see. So we want this dude over here, the Cowl dude. We want to have Oberon. We want to have Bors, for example. So now we've got to find them. Okay, so we're going to go here. There's our Cowl dude. Okay, so if we replace him, all of a sudden we cannot get that covenant anymore. So if I go back here and look, oh bugger, I don't have Monarch Strike anymore because this hooded figure takes the same slot as either Gorlo or Anguish. Okay, so if I do want to go with this, what's the best I can get out of it? Okay, let's go have a look. So we're going to go there and we're going to appoint our King Arthur's Soul. And see, there we go. Now we've got this one active, as you can see. But I get a minus 10% reduction to bowman damage received, plus 10% for troop attack, plus 10% for cavalry damage, minus 10% for infantry damage received, and plus 25,000 March. Cool, I get an extra boosted March. Okay, but now let's go back to here. Put Gorlo back in place there. And we're going to put Lancelot back in place over there. Let's go look at our covenant now and see this one. Hang on a second, we got a plus 20% to troop attack. That's across the board. Minus 25% to infantry damage. Oh, that's better than there was. Plus 25% to cavalry damage. Plus 25% to march capacity. So that's the same. But minus 20% bowman damage received. Great. And I get a rally capacity of a plus 180,000. Oh, fantastic. Obviously, I'm going to go with this one. But the way it works out is you have these two slots here. Is one of your covenants, okay, which is your Monarch Strike, which is over there. Then your next covenant is going to be with these slots here. Now, it's either going to be Dindrain and Brutus on their own, or you can replace, if you don't have them, the Sword and Shield guys. So we currently have Morion here as the High Constable. If we go here, we can put Evaine in there, and if we go here, we can put the Red Knight in there, which will then give us their Sword and Shield covenant. But that's 3 slots. Okay, fine, still 3 slots. Now if I go down and I look, okay, the other covenant I can get is going to be Madoc and Cadogan, and they take up these 2 slots. So if I've got these slots occupied with what's his name, Morion, Evaine, and the Red Knight, I can't then put Cadogan and Madoc together and get their covenant. But if I put the NS2 heroes here, I get a covenant there. I get the covenant here from the NS3 heroes. And I get the covenant here from the NS1 heroes. The only 2 slots left over is these 2 here, which are currently not giving me any form of covenant. Next NS4 upgrade, I expect the new heroes to come into these 2 slots here and be heroes that are heavily towards construction and food gathering or resource gathering and that sort of thing, but we'll have to wait and see. If they are catered towards resources and construction, that sort of thing, I don't know if it'll be as actively sought after as the combat ones, because this is a war game after all, and the primary thing people want to do is go out there and kick the crap out of each other. You can't really do that with Evaine or Aurelius. So I don't know. If they do a new NS4 hero, they might actually just be more combat ready, and you'll have to be prepared to switch out to Evaine and Aurelius when you want to do farming and you want to do construction and research and stuff like that. Go back to your heroes when you want to do combat. We'll have to wait and see. So the NS3 heroes go into this slot here, these two pieces here, giving you an extra covenant, which is got quite a decent boosts and debuffs. Bowman damage received minus another 5%. Infantry damage plus 25%. Cavalry damage received minus 5%. Troop health plus 20%. And the biggest thing of all, army damage received minus 30%. Minus 30% to whatever damage is received into your army. It's almost a third of all the damage that you have received. So think of it this way. If you are fighting against somebody and they are just beating you, for example, whether it be in your royal arena, whether it be somebody on in real up on another castle that's sitting in front of you and you're trying to raid them, for example, or they're raiding you, and you are just not beating it, they just beating you. If you put these guys in, all of a sudden, whatever damage they're doing to you is down by 30%, down a third, which means you are probably going to survive. You are probably going to kill more. And he is going to suffer for his attack, or you are going to destroy him with your attack. That is an extra bonus nobody else has, except for the players with the NS3 heroes. That is why the people who are paid to play have these heroes, have them in the hero council, and appoint them in combat and that sort of thing, because they have boosted combat abilities. But they give you such a huge bonus just with that one ability in their covenant. Minus 30% to army damage received. That's across the board. So somewhat broken? Yeah, absolutely. If you had all of your NS heroes, NS1 heroes over here appointed, NS2 heroes appointed here, NS3 heroes appointed here, you're going to have the maximum statistics you can get in terms of your hero council. So bear that in mind. Here, for example, there aren't any heroes that I could use that's going to give me any form of boost. So literally, that doesn't really make any difference. Here, same thing, doesn't make a difference. So again, NS1, NS2, NS3, if you've got them, get them in there as quickly as you can. Even at 1 star, they are going to break your line, your limit. You're going to go way past your limit compared to what you had before. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the actual difference with what I've got. Now, to bear in mind, my heroes aren't leveled up to the highest ability or the highest levels that they can be. But let's just go here, and I'm just going to show you the difference. Let's just go to this guy here. Okay, he's a level 34. He's higher. He's stronger than me, definitely. He can do more damage than I can do. But we'll just go there. We'll just change that to, let's just do that for now. I'm just going to thumbsuck a number here because I'm just wanting to show you the statistics. Actually, it doesn't matter. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to attack. And let's have a look. So there we go. As you can see, I currently have 1, 2, 3 statistics over 5,000. And 1, 2 statistics, 3 statistics just a bit under. And then 1, 2, 3 statistics halfway. Okay, 3 stats halfway. So it's 3 over, 3 just under, 3 halfway. Let's go back to our hero council. We're going to go to, appoint heroes. Click there and dismiss. Click there. Oh, she doesn't make any difference, so leave her there. Dismiss. Click here, dismiss. Click here, dismiss. Click here, dismiss, and click here, dismiss. Right, so we've lost them. Let's go back into that same guy. We'll go there. Same troops as okay, we can't do the same troops, but we're just going to we're just going to do that for now. Knock off that, and now let's go have a look at the difference. Remember, we had 3 above 5k, 3 just under 5k, and 3 midway. Now all of a sudden, if you look at it, we've got one above 4k. We've got 1 just under 4K, and the rest are lower than that. That is the huge difference. That is an astronomical difference just by having the right heroes appointed. And if I had the NS3 heroes, those would be even higher. It would be an even bigger difference. I'm just going to quickly go back here so I can reappoint them before I forget. So yeah, guys, as you can see, heroes, do they make a difference to the game? Yes, they absolutely do. Can you get decent stats bonuses for free in the game? Yes, you 100% can. Can you get the best possible result for free? No, not. Well, yes, you can, but it's going to take you a very, very long time. Like at the moment, I'm busy with the category. I've got 8 fragments so far out of 20. That still doesn't open up all his skills. That's only going to give me the ability, once I level him up, to open up his first skill. I still need more fragments to open up the rest. So it's going to take me a long time to get him to the point where it's worth putting him in the council. But can you get it for free? Technically, yes, you can. You just got to be prepared to spend quite a bit of time doing it. Right, guys, that's it for heroes and the NS3 heroes and statistics thereof. If you liked what you saw, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon so that you can be alerted to each time we do one of these new videos. Until the next time, guys, be good, be well, and be safe. Bye.